Hey guys, welcome back to the Insurance Marketing Playbook Podcast. I'm your host, Shelby McFarland, the marketing broker. You guys are loving these podcasts and I'm loving you. So share it with all your insurance friends because I know they can also learn from this as well. Today, let's talk about how you can get on ChatGPT, on Grok, on Gemini, all the AI things. We always have the insecurity, especially as creatives or you guys that can do a lot of online stuff, that is AI really taking our job? No. But what we can do is take advantage of AI. If you're like me, you may have named your ChatGPT. My ChatGPT's name is Karen. Me and Karen have daily discussions about all the things, even this podcast. Sometimes I'm like, yo, what can these insurance people be learning on marketing, right? So me and Karen talk, and she pulls information, you guessed it, from the internet so that way I can gain knowledge. It's either simple things like help me make a healthy meal this week, or if you were me yesterday, because I'm trying to get off coffee, I don't know, don't recommend it, but I was asking Karen, hey, what are some healthy alternatives to my morning caffeine routine? I didn't like any of them, but it's okay. Maybe next week I'll try again. But how are we going to get your business on the AI platforms? It's super simple and you don't have to pay a lot of money. Do not let these California, no offense if you're in California listening to this, these California people calling you and trying to sell you on AI, specifically AI marketing. We want to make sure that we do everything as organic as possible. That's always my approach for my clients, and it's an easy approach for you as well because you are doing your own marketing, right? Or you have someone in-house doing your own marketing. So, how do we get on ChatGPT? It's easy. Update your social media 3 times a week. If you can, do more. But the important part of updating your social media is going to be the keywords that you use, as well as the hashtags. The keywords that you use on social media are going to be like in the copy of your post. So you'll have like a graphic and then you'll have the actual copy. So, like the words that are on your post, those need to be in that every single time. The hashtags that you use can be the top 10 keywords for your industry. So I'm specifically talking to insurance people. So what I want you to do is go to AI, whatever platform you use. So if you use ChatGPT, I'll ask Karen, okay, I have a insurance business in Little Rock, Arkansas. What are the top 25 keywords that I need to be putting in my social media content to show up in AI? Karen will then tell me those 25 keywords. She'll tell me the things that people Google the most, so that way I can then start putting them into social media. So you're probably like, okay, if I'm putting this in social media, then what does it have to do with AI? Like, how is it going to show up on ChatGPT? Well, your social media content directly fuels your Google business presence. So the SEO, or search engine optimization, that we talk about a lot on this podcast, those social media posts will fuel your SEO for your insurance business. The keywords will include like local things, like your town, your state. It'll include like whatever people are Googling most, like home insurance or auto insurance or maybe life insurance or something like that. So then you're fueling Google with this information and you are becoming a resource to Google. You're becoming an authority in your business, in your community, and that is how Google will push your stuff to AI. There's not really a direct algorithm right now, at least from my research. As of 2026, we're in April, so if you're listening to this later, maybe there is. But as of right now, there's not a direct algorithm of how AI is pulling information from Google. It doesn't say, okay, these are the ones where like you have to get on this page or this page. Like I've seen stuff being pulled from Google that's like 20 to 30 pages down the row. And so it's important that we're just being the authority in our industry. So whenever you're Googling marketing in your area, I would love to be the number one that pops up, right? So I will use the keywords that ChatGPT gives me because that's my AI platform. And I will incorporate those into the content of my social media stuff. Another thing that AI is going to be pulling from is your website. Now, I know this looks a lot different based on what kind of insurance company you are. So if you're an individual or an independent insurance company, you may be able to have your own website. So whoever develops that for you, they need to make sure that those keywords are also on that website and you are updating a blog blog at least once a week so that way you're continuously feeding Google. Every page on your website needs to sound like you have all the answers of your industry. You're the best life insurance agent. You're the best home insurance agent. You're the best claims manager. Whatever that looks like for your insurance and business is what your website needs to be focused on, because that's what AI wants to do. They want to sound important, right? They want to have all the answers for you, but they can't pull from a website that sounds a little iffy, or it sounds generic, or it sounds like, oh, well, they're not really sure if they're the best in the town. And the best part is you can use your AI to actually help you write your content on your website. So they will give you the information that they want to start pulling from. You put that copy on your website, and then they'll start pulling from your website. So then another way you can use your website is going to be taking questions that you ask of AI. So we've already asked them for the keywords. Now let's ask them, what are the questions that people in my community are asking, so that way I can answer them. And then you write a blog post once a week over that. You write a social media post once a week over that. You can take that and use it as a resource for your marketing. It doesn't have to be difficult. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars on ads. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars on a quote unquote AI expert from California that's going to do the exact same thing that you can do for your business. And if you need any help, you want a consultation or something like that, I would love to at least do a free SEO check for you. You can do that at themktgbroker.com, or you can reach out, schedule a free consult with me, and we can talk about your strategy and maybe how else we can incorporate AI into your business and into your marketing. Ultimately, your goal should be to be better than every other insurance company in your community. And the way to do that is to get on AI, get on ChatGPT, use it as a resource so that way they then start pulling you to answer questions of your future clients. All right, guys, I'll check you next week, or check you out next week on the Insurance Marketing Podcast.